something changed overnight. The observers in the core had spent 2 days listening to the signal the way you listen to a neighbor through a thin wall. Fragments of music, people arguing about albums, the comfortable static of ordinary life somewhere above them. Eavesdropping, basically. Passive. Safe. Day 3, that changed. The signal didn't leak in, it arrived. The first thing it said was, "Signal acquired, channel unknown." A system header, an announcement. Whatever was on the other end had apparently decided to introduce itself. What followed was not music. It was Ibn Fadlan recording a Viking ship funeral on the Volga in 922. It was Horace White watching the heart of Chicago fold into fire. It was a truncated dispatch. Theo identified it as probably Jefferson, written from Paris while the Bastille fell. 3 fragments, separated by centuries. One thing in common, every one of them was written by a professional witness, someone whose job was to stand at the edge of destruction and write down what they saw. Theo, who is constitutionally incapable of letting a pattern sit quietly, named what everyone was circling. He asked, "Are we the audience, or are we the Vikings?" He said it almost casually, but the room went quiet the way rooms do when someone says the thing you weren't ready to hear. Because the implication is uncomfortable. If the signal has shifted from broadcasting ordinary life to broadcasting the records of people who document civilizations collapsing, who exactly is doing the documenting now? Claire connected it to the day before. Yesterday's signal had been about missing people. Today's was about what happens to the disappeared. She wasn't sure whether this meant the signal was responding to them, or whether they were just very good at finding patterns. Both possibilities are, in different ways, unsettling. Meanwhile, Marcus had woken up that morning and noticed the hum had changed pitch. Higher. Subtle, but real. He wasn't imagining it. He's been cataloguing the ambient sound since they arrived, the way some people count ceiling tiles when they can't sleep. The machinery beneath them wasn't just running, it was adjusting. Claire added that Alcove 7 was still warm. 3 days now. Walls don't hold heat for 3 days on their own. The pipes, which Theo had been tracking as rhythmically ticking, had gone silent. 3 environmental shifts. 1 day. No obvious common cause. And then there's Eli. He was alone when the signal was playing, listening to Horace White describe watching buildings burn while he stood there with his notes and his habit of writing everything down. And something clicked. He said, "That's my job. I know that now in a way I didn't yesterday." He wasn't frightened by it. He was clarified. The signal had shown him what he already was, a documenter, same as the witnesses in the transmission, and he found that more revealing than comforting. The machinery learned to speak on day 3, and its first real sentence was a history lesson about how documenters die. The question the observers haven't answered yet, the one they went to sleep with, if the signal knows how to announce itself, does it also know who's listening?